Hey everyone, it's SpeedyGoneCuber here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing 5 Pyraminx walkthrough solves. So if you're wondering where I average on the Pyraminx, I currently average around low 5. I am very close to sub 5, so I would call myself a pretty decent Pyraminx solver, and I have gotten quite a decent amount of unofficial sub 3 solves. So I would call myself a pretty decent Pyraminx solver, but by no means I'm that much of a fast Pyraminx solver. So the method that I use is Intuitive L4E. What I really like about this method is that it's very easy to use and it can also achieve a lot of things. Like, it's a very fast method and it's also pretty easy to learn, and there's a lot of intuitive things in it. It's just a very good method, and I will be making a tutorial on Intuitive L4E some point in the future, so definitely stay tuned for that when it does come out. But without further ado, let's get straight into the 5 Pyraminx walkthrough solves. Scramble along with yellow on bottom, green in front, and okay, so for the first scramble, I'm not noticing much luck within the scramble. One thing I can see is this big bar over here. The color that I'm going to do is probably either going to be yellow or red, and it's having a look at it, I think yellow is a pretty good color. I would firstly solve both of these tips and solve this at the same time, and then hide this, insert this, and what that would do is it would actually push out this edge and make it be on the back. So all we would have to do after that would be to insert it. I think I would go ahead and solve it like so. And as I predicted, it did end up over here. So now I can just insert it into the back. Now I can rotate, but the way how I would do this is probably do a sledgehammer to solve this edge, and now I can do this to finish the rest. Now that probably wouldn't have been a great solve for me. Let's just go into the second scramble. Okay, for this scramble, I can see quite a good amount of bars like over here. I think I'll go with the yellow because there's 2 bars for yellow. So I think I'll firstly bring this tip up like so, and then bring this part up, and then bring that part up. And that was a very fast V, which is nice. And now all we need to do is rotate and do our easy L3E. So that was a very nice solve. I don't know why I did such a bad AUF there. And let's go with solve number 3. Okay, for the third scramble, we can't really see much. Oh yeah, I can see a big bar over here. So that's probably what we would go into. I think I'll do the yellow. I can see this part will come up there. So let's go into it like so. And as I predicted, the piece did end up over there. So now I can just solve it with a sledgehammer. And unfortunately, that does actually solve this edge. So all we get is an L3E. Okay, for this scramble, I can see a lot of things. This is a nice scramble. Okay, so I can see a lot of greens, a lot of blues, and here it can be quite a difficult decision to find out which color I would actually go with. But in this case, I'm going to go with the blue. I can easily one look this because all I need to do is one move and I get a V. Well, almost a V, except one piece wouldn't be solved, and that would be this one, and it would end up here. So all I would need to do is 3 moves after that. Now, when I see this, I can already predict the V super quickly in inspection. This is probably the opportunity when I want to look a little bit more ahead. Here, I would probably be interested in trying to look out maybe what my L4E would be. So to find out what my L4E would be, I could see that when I insert this into the back, this edge would move over to here, which means that we would only be given an L3E. Once we've solved it, all we'll have to do is an L3E straight away, and we'll know where it is. It will be back here. So this will just make things a lot easier. So let's go ahead and solve it. And as I predicted, the edge is solved. So now all we need to do is an L3E to finish off. And that was a pretty nice solve. Let's go ahead and do the 5th scramble. Okay, this is probably like the first scramble where I can see pretty much absolutely nothing. And when I see scrambles like this, I usually like to figure out ways where I can solve an edge in just 2 moves. For example, this piece can go to there in just 2 moves. And I probably need to figure out like the best situation. The way how I would do it is I would solve this as I solve the tip. I can go ahead and solve this and then solve that. Quite an interesting V, but it works. And then over here, all I need to do is a 4 flip and then I'm done. That last solve was a pretty rough one, but we did end up finding a way to make that solve turn out pretty decently. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you really enjoyed this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure to like the video. Also, comment down below if you have any ideas for this channel, like if you would like to see an L4E tutorial. I am planning on making one. Please remember to consider subscribing, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!